What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching the Marvel edition of the Ragin Nation show. This is just a web series where we're talking about all things matter me in the world of Marvel films. This is episode number 94, and in this episode we got some juicy details about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and what's to come, because Uber producer over at Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, was doing an interview with IGN, and he had to spill the beans. And one of the things that he talked about is how the Marvel Cinematic Universe on film is actually connected with the Netflix series. That is Daredevil and the upcoming Jessica Jones, and later on Iron Fist and Power Man and Daredevil Season 2. And it's all connected. Now, I'm sure that you guys already knew this, but there's some of you guys that don't. But the big question is, will they ever connect at one point in time? Well, he's here to address that, and what he said is, I think that's inevitable at some point as we're plotting the movies going forward and they're doing the shows. It's easier for them. They're more nimble and faster and produce things quicker than we do, which is one of the main reasons you see the repercussions of the Winter Soldier and Age of Ultron in the show going forward, and certainly as they begin to do more shows and cast them with such great actors as they have, particularly Daredevil, that may occur. A lot of it is by the time we start doing a movie, they'd be midway through a season. By the time it comes out, they'd be done with the second, starting the third season. Finding timing on that is not always easy. So what he's trying to say is that it is going to eventually happen, but it all comes down to timing. Because Kevin Feige is more involved with the films, and there's other producers that are, of course, involved with the production of these Netflix series. So what they have to do first is, over at Netflix, is, or rather the production of these Netflix series, is establish the characters individually. Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Power Man. They have to establish all those individual characters by giving them their own TV series. And then, once they've done that, then they will form to become the Defenders. And I believe once they've done that, then it will be time to bring them into the Marvel Cinematic Universe on film. But even for Daredevil, they've made lots and lots of references to the events of what has happened in the Marvel Cinematic Universe on film. So it's inevitably going to happen, but it's just a matter of time and timing. All right? So that's still pretty cool in my opinion. All right? Moving on, he addressed some other things, such as Captain America Civil War and what is the future of Captain America, because Chris Evans did mention that he would love to come back for a fourth go-around in the Captain America franchise. But is there really going to be a Captain America franchise that is going to continue on to the fourth film? We don't know, but here's what Kevin Feige had to say. It's very much, in a certain way, the completion of a Captain America trilogy. I think one day you'll look back and watch Captain America the First Avenger, Captain America the Winter Soldier, and Captain America Civil War, and it'll be one of the most unique and different trilogies ever around a single character. So Captain America the First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and Civil War is a trilogy. They don't currently have plans for Captain America 4. But if people want to see Chris Evans back as Captain America, and they will bring it, but it all comes down to the box office. All right, it all comes down to how much money Civil War makes, and if it makes a whole lot of money, and Chris Evans is on board, and everybody over at Marvel Studios agrees with it, they'll make a fourth one. But I'll tell you that the previous three will be a trilogy. Once they start number 4, it'll probably spawn a new trilogy with a brand new story that is all connected together. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what could possibly happen. But so far, Chris Evans' contract actually ends with Infinity War. Alright, so he's got to extend his contract if he were to play Captain America again. So Civil War is the end of the trilogy. Now, another thing he addressed is, will Civil War feel like the Avengers? Because you have all these characters in it, and right away I'm thinking Avengers 2.5, alright? And, well, he had something to say, and that is, our screenwriters, Chris Marcus and Steve McFeely are excellent at giving each character just enough. They're not full arcs for everybody. It's just enough that their presence is felt and important. But that the very clear single story that is being told is being served at all times. So what that means is that this is a Captain America film. This is not an Iron Man film, not an Ant-Man film, not a Hawkeye film, not a Scarlet Witch film. Even though they're all in it, this is not an Avengers film. This is a Captain America film, and Tony Stark and all those characters, they will be in it, but not in the sense that you're going to see a lot of them. They're going to be in it for the right times. They are supporting characters. They are not main characters. In the Avengers films, they are all main characters, and they have a very good equal balance of screen time and importance. But in Captain America Civil War, they will be important, but make no mistake, this is not Avengers 2.5. This is Captain America Civil War. And they're going to make it very, very clear to the audience that it is still a Captain America film. And this will be following the adventures of Captain America, Winter Soldier, Falcon, and Black Widow. All right, these are the four main casts of the Captain America films. So that we're going to see a lot of these guys, but we're also going to see a lot of the other guys, but they're not going to be given a whole lot of screen times as much as, let's say, for example, Captain America. So he wants to make that very, very clear that this is not Avengers 2.5, all right? So, yeah, just to clear things up. Then the last thing we're going to talk about is what is going to happen to the Avengers after Infinity War. Well, let's find out what he had to say here. I think it definitely is an end to some version of the team that we've come to know as the Avengers. Who knows exactly what is going to happen yet in that film, but I think this version of that team, and I think we start to hint at it at the end of Age of Ultron, will be evolving. So, right now they don't even have a script for Avengers Infinity War, but we know it's going to be a big film involving a lot of characters. Some characters will be introduced to the team, and maybe some characters will go. But what we do know for sure is that in Avengers Age of Ultron, the Avengers has evolved. All right? Tony Stark went to do his own thing. Thor went back to the realm. And Bruce Banner, well, he's somewhere out in the ocean. So who's leading the new Avengers? Well, we got Black Widow, Captain America, of course. And who's on that team? Vision, Scarlet Witch, War Machine, and Falcon. So the team has evolved. And after Infinity War, the team will evolve some more. There's going to be some characters that are not going to be in it, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of other characters that are going to be in it. And it's mainly because, well, first of all, behind the scenes, contracts are expiring. Contracts expire at Infinity War. Once Infinity War is over, they're done with, well, I'm talking about like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Robert Downey Jr., okay? So they're done after Infinity War. They'll have to extend their contract or make a new contract for them to come back. But there's all these other characters that are going to introduce in Phase 3, and they're going to be given a chance and a shot to be the new Avengers. Now, we're going to have to fall in love with these characters all over again, but what's really, really great is that they develop the characters so well within the phases. All right, we're going to start to fall in love with these characters, and eventually we're going to feel like, I want to see more of these guys. And that's where we bring in new cast into Phase 4. So that's what is going to happen, and that's going to be really, really exciting. I think that there's some people who are getting tired of seeing some of the old cast. You know what? Avengers Age of Ultron, I think it was a great film, but there was a lot of things that I saw were kind of the same. You know, it was them bickering all over again. We're seeing the adventures of the same cast again. What I thought was really cool is when they introduced new characters and saw the team dynamic. But essentially, if we keep on seeing these guys again and again and again and again, we might get a little bit bored. So I'm glad that they're reinventing it, they're evolving it, and they're introducing new elements into the mix. So what they're doing is a step in the right direction should they decide to change up the team, which most likely they are going to do. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this video. There has been a lot of juicy things that they talked about in this interview, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Who do you want to be in a new Avengers team? The new Avengers team, I mean, the Avengers in comics has evolved so much and changed up their members so many times. Who do you want to be in the new Avengers? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Okay? I want to see what does he have to do to I guess, sustain his life for as long as possible, and also